we're just going to keep talking about whatever the fuck we want. Y'all don't mind us. Just keep watching and hit that like.
Yeah, hey, fuckers.
Yeah, fuck sticks. Today, we're going to get into your new toy.
Hell yeah.
We're going to...
It's a vibrating horsehair butt plug, Zach.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
You saw it.
I saw it on my way in.
You saw Matt using it after I used it.
I did.
What was weird is how you cleaned it.
That's true.
No
Just
hands.
excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Zach cleaned it, no hands.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was like, but it reminded me of watching like a sped kid eating a fucking pudding cup with no spoon.
Sped kid. Jesus. I don't even know where you get one of those things.
A sped kid? You just go to school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Hunt's fucking snack pack. That's what you looked like.
Look for the smallest buses.
Easy.
Easy.
Zach.
Easy.
Jesus. Now,
That's fucked up.
Now who's going over the line?
Now that's too much.
Remember, there was a whole segment we deleted because of me one time.
That's true.
We should. I say we should release that, but we never
I've
really should.
thought about putting it on Patreon.
B-roll
but
special fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
God.
If we didn't have so much other shit that could fuck us, I would release that.
It's a good bit for sure.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits we've ever done for the show.
Yeah.
But cannot be seen by the world.
It was great.
It was great.
It was so good, we're not going to show you.
Yeah.
It's true.
We watch it all the time without y'all.
Sorry, guys.
Bring up a couple viewer questions because, man, they're getting fucking hot on Patreon. We're up to 29 Patrons now.
Damn.
And they're some great questions. Great questions, great comments. I'm really digging the community over there. You're working on starting that too, right?
I'm thinking about it. I mean, the reality is I need somebody to fucking just run it, though.
I'll do it. I'm going to need 80%. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
How about
No.
85?
I'll help you set that up. That ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yours would be better than ours, and I'm not downing ours. Ours is great, but Mike's would be able to have admin and shit like that because yeah. So that helps. The only admin we have is my motherfucking ass, and I guess if you want to get in there, I need to give you the passcode.
I need to start poking around in there for sure.
Yeah. So we do get in there. We do talk a lot, and we're doing Patreon days. We're almost up to 30, and I think we're just gonna do it. If we don't hit 100, we're just gonna do it. If the people want to come out, register some shit, and we'll do it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, just somebody won't win, but it'd be cool if someone won. We get up to 100, and then we're going to do a drawing. One person, we'll bring them out as long as you're in the continental U.S. or some fucked up part of Canada that we can fly you in, or Mexico, like a hot bitch from Mexico.
yeah?
I mean, person.
I'm sure there's a lot of hot Mexican women that watch our show.
Yeah,
That's our demographic.
yeah. I've been looking up where did I say we were number 2? And it was a fucking weird ass country.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Where was that?
Yeah,
Croatia
there's
or
like
something.
4 people.
Yeah.
2 of them listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's half. I'll
Yeah,
take it.
yeah, 50% ain't bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get into Mike's new shit. We'll get into viewer questions, and you guys asking about Zach's sister.
First of all, we can joke about Zach's sister.
Yeah, come on, guys.
You can't joke about
listen.
Zach's sister.
Y'all gonna make Patreon days a boxing match.
That's right.
We're gonna bring in Floyd Mayweather, beat y'all's ass. We have to do MMA. I can't stand up fighting like that.
No, not at all.
I'm too
We'll
old.
take the motherfucker down.
I don't have knees for it.
Do one of them fucking WWE tables, ladders, and chairs.
That's a
Don't
good
tell
time,
them and just fucking
Yeah.
whack a motherfucker upside the head.
Folding
with-
chair made out of tin foil.
Yeah. I told you I have a fucking guy works for me. He's trying to become a pro wrestler. He's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. He's a black dude. Fucking pretty good. He sends us his matches every now and then. What's fucked up the other day, he was going to light his grill, caught his fucking shit caught his whole left side on fire. Maybe his right side. Yeah, so he's mad now because I call him Crispy. Motherfucker got 2nd-degree burns.
Damn.
Yeah.
The fuck grill was he lighting?
Yeah.
Gas grill?
And then motherfucker's telling my wife yesterday, yeah, I think I know where I fucked up. I had lighter fluid on my sleeve as I went to light the
shit.
grill.
Huh.
And you thought
Yeah,
it was
that might have been it.
thought it'd be a great idea to fucking strike a fire?
Ain't that the damn
I'm not
thing.
sure that he should take any more shots to the head, fake or otherwise.
No. I'm not sure he should work.
He just gets in like
Anymore.
local matches, I guess.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's a big
They have like the bush leagues.
like amateur fucking wrestling. I mean, they used to do it way back in the day here at the Sportatorium.
Oh, no shit.
I think that bitch is gone now. But that's where the Von Erichs and all them started out. Is there. Yeah, you go fucking to Siegel's Liquor
My
and go next door, watch wrestling.
That's fucking wild. My sister-in-law my brother's wife, her brothers, she's got 2 older brothers that did WWE for several years.
Yeah.
They weren't like, obviously, you know, the Rock level or anything like that, or at the super high end where you're on TV and shit, but not far off. Like they were pretty far up, I guess. And back then, Jesus Christ, they were fucking big.
No.
Like 370 fucking pounds, but like 6'3".
Yeah, just muscled up
monsters.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, absolute fucking monsters. But
it's crazy because the shit's fake. We know that. A lot of it's fake, but there's a lot of real shit and real injuries that happen in that shit.
mean, the fact is, like, obviously you don't look like that, nor can you do what they do without being just cock fucking strong.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, and you know, even though, yes, like the floor of the fucking ring is, you know, got some give to it and whatever, but like the fact is the shit they're doing is still fucking gnarly, you know, but
yeah.
I mean, I've never been a fan of it, but I appreciate the physicality of what those fucking guys do for sure.
Yeah, it's still an athlete fucking in there doing work. Like back in the day when Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant, blew his back out and shit doing it.
Yeah, man.
You ever fucking been to, is it Baylor, where they have the hands of all the
Oh, no, I haven't.
athletes? So they mold out of brass their hands.
No shit.
Andre the Giants is in there.
Like a fucking grizzly bear.
Dude,
Really?
fucking huge.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they just got them behind glass. You can see them like they have, I think they're all based off of basketballs, and they're palming them or whatever, and that motherfucker shit's just wrapped around the motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of basketball players, shit like that. It's pretty neat to go in and see.
Yeah.
Usually, though, if you're in Baylor, you're not there looking for fucking statues.
At dude's hands.
Yeah, you're not looking at dude's hands. Man, I was explaining that bit to people at lunch yesterday that we deleted and none of you fuckers can see.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that started a 30-minute conversation of why the fuck that should have aired, and it was a great bit on their side. And I was like, hey, I get it. But then when I also get why we can't air it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to me, it's the, you know, there's an element of saying whatever the fuck you want, but realizing that even though you can legally do that, there's still things that are going to have consequences,
repercussions, yeah.
business or otherwise. And I agree, like, you know, there are certain things that, I mean, I say just about whatever the fuck I want, you know, but there's still things where just from a business standpoint, like, you know, no, I'm not going to go on the far end of like Purina or, you know, these big multi-billion-dollar companies that have HR departments and they whitewash the fuck out of everything. On the same token, like, that's why I don't like getting into politics in terms of taking sides or whatever, like on social media.
Yeah, we stay kind of gray in that area.
Podcasts are good for that, but even with that, it's still like, you know, there's certain things that just aren't worth talking about because they're lose-lose.
Yeah.
You know, is that no matter what position you take on it, like you're either alienating half the fucking people out there, and at this point, you know, with cancel culture being what it is, it's just, that's what people do. It's like, oh, this guy takes this position, I'm never going to spend a fucking dime with him.
Yep.
Not that that's what everything is about, but, you know, if you're trying to sell products,
Yeah.
rule number one is don't piss off your customers. You know? And unfortunately, you know, that, I don't know when, you know, I'd say probably in the last 15 years maybe is when it started to shift, where companies started incorporating politics into their brands. And I think it's just a mistake. You know, I don't care which position you're taking, whether you're for guns, against them, fuck, you know, whatever, is that as soon as you introduce that, you start to make clicks and alienate some of your customers, and there's just no reason to do it, you know?
Oh yeah.
To me, like Johnson & Johnson shouldn't be taking a position on political stances, you know, or you know, fucking whatever, you know, like it's just,
Yeah, leave your shit out of it.
Just leave it out.
For those of y'all that know the deal we got into, I'm not going to fully tell you what it was. It wasn't racist. It wasn't even political.
No.
Technically,
I mean, in the strictest terms, it was something that would violate YouTube's guidelines.
Yeah, it
that's
would
basically the reason it doesn't exist.
I mean, safely I can say it messes with a little part of the population.
It's a little sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Or it's a little insensitive.
But yeah, it was 100% a good call not to have it on, and we all agreed. So y'all don't get to see it, and fuck off. I do have. Have you ever went to the videos I've had to hide?
How to hide?
Maybe once or twice.
I have videos.
I don't know if I've ever. I think I've maybe like clicked on a couple. I've never really watched.
I
them.
have.
You get a couple hidden. Yeah.
I have some hidden videos, and one is 30 minutes of that. that YouTube asked me. Dude, I have to go look back at it. I want to say there was like fucking 100,000 views.
They like sent you an email like, hey,
Yeah.
this is not okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they were like, while it's a great
It's a funny bit.
video.
Yes.
This isn't 1995, and we can't talk like that anymore.
No.
That's right.
Just fucking stupid.
Yeah, we can't be normal. But, I mean, it is what it is. And,
Right. There's a corner of the internet where that would pop, just not YouTube.
yeah, Pornhub.
Did you ever? Did we ever figure out if LiveLeak is still a thing? Can you look that up? Does that still exist?
Surely, right? Yeah, I mean, where'd LiveLeak go, right? That's got to be around.
I haven't seen anybody post a LiveLeak link in a long time.
Yeah. LiveLeak.com, redefining. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. This looks like they were bought by somebody or something. This is not what I thought. You're right. Oh my God. LiveLeak is finally dead after 15 years. This was posted in March. What the hell? What happened?
Fucked up. I mean, cancel culture happened. Like you could post anything on there.
What was that other service that was coming up that was doing really well?
Isn't there one? I see this in the comments once in a while. Like post your shit to like Wobble, or something like
Wobble?
that. Warble. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Fucking
another one too.
There's some. A YouTube alternative that. People are like, oh, your fucking days are numbered. Post on this to. It's like, well, you're on YouTube watching this, telling me to post it on something else.
Oh yeah, I get.
Which is fine. I mean, I appreciate the heads up, but
I'm sure you get emails on people wanting you to switch to them
all the time.
Yeah, me too. And it's like, bitch, if you were fucking good, I wouldn't be getting an email. I'd already be on your shit.
Yeah. I think somebody definitely needs to compete with YouTube because there's nobody who can do it, right? The only company I think that could adequately compete with YouTube is Pornhub. It's the only people with enough server space and video space to be able to handle like
Pornhub
a huge influx of videos.
Does YouTube?
It probably does.
At one point, they were, till Google, the #1 searched thing. And then Google came and just fucking bought everything. And
right
now I'm pretty sure it's Google, Pornhub, Bing, YouTube, or Bing and YouTube switch back and forth. Because if you go to Bing, that shit don't show up on your search history. So
there's also,
checking it
I think
out.
it's called DuckDuckGo is one that's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
There's another one too, something Fire. I can't remember.
Mozilla Firefox.
No, it's like a YouTube, but it's something Fire. I have it saved, and I looked at it. It's a great idea, but their boosting thing. Basically, if we came in, we'd have to basically have 1 million subs to even get them to push our stuff up. Yeah. So they're boosting the Logan Pauls, the shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, paying them out the ass to do stupid commercials.
Of course.
But let's get back to our show. Fuck all that.
Viewer questions, right?
You want to talk bikes or cars or trucks or porn?
All the above.
Or do you want to do viewer questions first?
We knock out the questions and get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm hungry. Meat and potatoes sounded awesome. Let me see here. Oh, I sent you that. That's that new follower we got. I'm pretty pumped about that. One of them, Brian Fox, was the Ford mechanic who brought up the dual clutches.
Yeah.
And his comment was, he worded it wrong. He was talking about front wheel drive, dual clutches failing in the Ford Fiestas, Fusions, and Focuses. I'm guessing they have dual clutches up front on those. I thought he was talking about the GT 500s, but he says no, those are solid as fuck.
Really?
Yeah. So
well, that's good to know. And thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. And he apologized, and you don't need to apologize for. That's how the internet is. We went through this yesterday in a comment deal where someone couldn't read between the lines of what we were commenting. And they're like, y'all just don't understand. Bitch, we totally understand. We're just trying not to fucking tell you we fucking agree. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
But it was the same thing. I mean, you can read shit. Fucking comments are like the Bible now. You can take them and be like.
Well, yeah, it's all open to interpretation, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And
God's word is not open to interpretation, Zach. What the fuck's wrong with you?
You're right, by God. What am I thinking? Yeah.
It is. This one, KT, I need to get it. I don't want you to think we're not paying attention to you, but I have to go back and find where we're talking about it. We're talking about Chris Harris in a black woman or something like that. I don't know, but she's a woman of color who appreciates our show because our honesty and everything, and us being open minded about everything.
That's awesome.
And as a dude of wanting to see you, send me pics. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No, I will get into that more and research that. I just had a crazy week, so Kay, we ain't ignoring you on that. So
We're coming around on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this week's been fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been fucking all over the place. Let me get to these questions. So one comment was, one of them asked me, they send us shit on Instagram, fucking Patreon, everything.
Follow us on Instagram and Patreon for more.
Yeah. So,
Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet, by the way. Please.
And if you want to ask questions, I do get to them, and I don't normally fully answer the questions on there because questions I like to ask Mike, I like to ask Zach. This person asked, she's made a custom Patreon, and she's the highest rated Patreon we have.
Really?
Yeah, and she asked tons of questions.
Damn.
She sends me a message yesterday. Hey, quick question. I just got asked this at work. Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, AOC. You got to fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go. Here was my answer. I'm a fuck AOC. I'm a kill Clinton. I'm a marry Biden because his bitch ass ain't got much more time on this earth.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Oh, same. I was going to say Clinton's the big kill. Yeah, fuck
lie.
AOC, Mary
You
Biden.
would
You
get-
got it. Yeah.
The fact that you had to think whether or not you were going to fuck Joe Biden or AOC is troubling, Zach.
AOC's got mileage, though, right? And how old is she?
Are you kidding me? She's fucking your age.
Yeah.
If that.
The fuck?
I mean,
A
you're
hot
talking-
bartender from New York? I mean, or Joe Biden? I got to take a pick here? I think I'd probably marry Joe Biden. That'd be the answer, right?
I mean, that's like,
I'm fucking worried about you right now.
dude, at his age, it'd be like fucking a can of soup, Zach. What's wrong with you?
Fuck, I can't sue.
There's nothing wrong with a good can of soup. I've done that before. I mean, I've heard of that.
Have you?
No.
Yeah. Get those, one of those Campbell's family size.
Yeah, you'd think I would have screenshotted and been more prepared, but I'm not at all.
You know, you were excited about the show. You wanted to get in here, hang out.
That's still my favorite post on Patreon.
What's that? I love that one, man.
How about that? How about that?
How about that?
I am looking for these questions, guys. I fucked up and didn't screenshot everything. We get fucking tons of them, and I fucked up. I've spent too much time.
Well, I'm sure you want to parse out the good ones. Plus, like you said, you had a tough week. You had a guy lose an arm, right?
He didn't lose a fucking arm.
Well, he got
just
lit
burnt
up.
it.
I mean, how
pulled a
much
fucking-
work is he going to be doing this week?
He put on 1980s Pepsi commercial and lit his fucking
Dude,
shit
that's
on.
a classic millennial right there.
Yeah.
Had some burns on his arm equals lost an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, how old is this guy?
This dude's dead. Bro, I just told you we saw him yesterday.
Well, you did, but I figure he's not going to be working a pipe wrench with that arm for a minute, right?
Why are you always worried about his pipe?
I'm just, he's a plumber, right?
He's
I mean,
26.
oh,
Yeah, I think he's 26.
26.
Yeah, he's a wrestler and does all kinds of other shit.
Reminds me, you guys do a lot of grilling? I think you guys do.
Yeah, I grill you every week.
You do, that's true. I get grilled
I
every
do.
single week, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mike grills a lot. I don't. I go to Mike's when Mike's grilling.
Yeah, like a charcoal pellet smoker. What do you got going on over there?
Well, it's a little bit of everything. It depends on what you want to make.
Yeah.
If you're just looking to fucking cook shit using fire, I mean, you know, even that fucking depends. Like, is it lean beef? Is it fattier beef? Is it fucking poultry? Is it fish? You know, are you going for savory, salty, or fucking sweet, or a common, like,
Yeah.
it just, to me, like, all of those things really drive what device I'm going to use and how I'm going to cook it.
All right.
So, for example, like if I'm using if I've got a fatty cut of beef that's otherwise tough, brisket, fucking shoulder, some of the chuck, or sirloin, or, you know, pot roast style cuts, like those need to be cooked at a lower temperature for a really long time.
Yeah.
So that the fat can render basically into the meat. If you try to cook it fast, it just hardens up and is really tough.
Makes sense.
If it's a leaner cut or even a high quality fat cut like Wagyu or prime grade ribeyes or things like that, even though they're really fatty, it's that real thin ribbon like fat that that heats up quick and melts into the meat really well, so you can cook those hot and fast.
Yeah.
If it's poultry or chicken or fish or something that's a little more delicate, you can either smoke it and then flash it at the end to crisp it up a little bit, or you can just cook it hot and fast too. It depends on what meat you're cooking, what type of meat it is, and then also kind of how you want it. Like, is it a more savory Mediterranean dish, or is it a more classic sweet barbecue dish? Like, it just depends.
Huh.
But
I didn't know you were so practiced. Shoot.
Yeah. Oh, this motherfucker, he cooked some steaks in like, 10, 15 minutes?
I mean, shit, less than that.
Them bitches were good.
Flash them, man. Yeah.
If it's a really high quality piece of meat, the hotter and faster the better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I always like getting a hot, fast piece of meat.
Good piece of ass. I mean,
yeah.
That's right.
Okay, I finally found the question. Some of the question.
Hit me with it.
Our biggest supporter on Patreon's Dollface. And
Okay.
before they put their picture up, I was like, this fucking dude. But it's a chick.
Well, good.
Yeah, she has a random question for us. For the rest of your life, would you rather get kicked in the balls by a random stranger and you'll never know when it's coming or how frequent it might be, or change genders every time you sneeze? Now, I didn't answer that question because I figured we'd do it on the air.
wait a minute.
Hold on a
Fucking
second.
say that one again.
Okay. Here
Would you
goes the
rather?
question. Get kicked in the balls by a random stranger and you'll never know when it's coming and how frequent it might be, or change genders every time you sneeze.
How about fucking neither?
Yeah. But think about this. You sneeze and you can play with your breastises.
Yeah.
And then you sneeze while you're playing with your breastises.
Then you just start jerking off. Then you sneeze back and you play with the breast.
And then you got one hand up
Yeah,
top
right.
and one hand below, and you're just
Yeah.
sneezing your ass off.
Fuck around with a pepper shaker with
Yeah,
the
bounce it back and
I
forth.
mean, if I have
Jesus
to pick,
Christ.
it's going to be switching genders,
Me
because
too.
Jesus Christ, I'm not getting kicked in the nuts out of nowhere fucking all the time.
Right.
No.
The frequency is the problem there.
Yeah,
if it was
if-
like once a year or something, okay, I could maybe dance with that. But like anytime, fuck. I mean, who
Yeah,
knows?
fuck that.
This one had me rolling again from her. She asked a bunch of questions. This is going to be the last one from her. Y'all mentioned that we're into metal music, which me and Mike are. What bands, genres, and all that? I'm a huge metal fan. Screamy, chuggy, methodic. It don't matter. She's into Avenged Sevenfold.
Fucking A.
That's a good one.
Prius? What?
Primus?
Oh, Primus. Yeah. Hold on. No.
Hold on. I like these music choices. Wait a second.
Something about her Prius. I'm confused by this one. But she said, what do y'all listen to other than that? She knows Mike likes Avenged Sevenfold.
Yep.
She's guessing Mike likes some bitch music by Nickelback.
I celebrate their entire catalog.
Yeah. And then she put, just kidding, Zach.
Right.
I honestly listen to fucking everything.
Yeah.
Like one of those whatever's on the radio kind of people.
No, I listen to rap, but I can't listen to the lyrics now.
Okay.
I can listen to the music because I like beats, hearing beats of shit. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, even the old rappers and shit like that, they played music.
Yeah, I was going to say older school. Even 10 years ago is very different than what it is now. Like when I hear some of the shit that kids in high school are listening to, like it makes me feel old. Like, oh my fucking god, are you really listening to this crap? Like it just sounds terrible.
What we put on for your daughter that one day? We put on Tupac,
Yeah, I mean,
fucking Biggie.
like the 90s, early 2000s fucking rap and hip hop. That like there's some good shit there for sure. I listen to some of that occasionally. Mostly what I listen to is heavy metal and old school rock and roll, whether it's
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin to all the way up to Metallica, Pantera, Avenged Sevenfold. I've seen Avenged Sevenfold in concert several times. I've seen Metallica in concert several times. I've met both of them. I've got a good buddy that is pretty hooked up in that world or whatever, and has taken really good care of me. But if I had to pick one band like that, probably Avenged Sevenfold. But if Pantera was still a band, maybe. But Metallica is a real goddamn close second. They're just both really, really good bands. But I like any of that kind of stuff. I mean, I do like the old school Iron Maiden and Anthrax and shit like that from back in the day. Fucking ZZ Top, I love. AC/DC, all that kind of just good classic fucking rock and heavy metal is for sure my speed most of the time. I don't like country.
Yeah.
I wish I did. Like, I like the culture of it, but I just don't like that fucking music.
I can listen to the older country, like not old, like Garth Brooks type shit back when they were actually singing. They weren't using this fucking auto-tune.
It wasn't like
shit.
pop rock country, which is what a lot of the stuff is now.
Auto-tunes killed all fucking music genres.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I can't listen to any of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, and for me, I don't know if it's. I think it's the combination of like the depressing, melancholy melody to it.
Have you ever played it backwards?
I haven't, but
You get your house back, your car back, and all your shit.
it's like you won the fucking lottery.
Yeah. Dog doesn't
But
die.
also, it's the fucking accent for me a little bit. In that, like when it's a song, it seems overdone, especially in the newer stuff. It's like you hear these people talk and they have no accent, and then they start singing and they've got the thickest
drawl.
deepest fucking southern twang that's just so manufactured and bullshit. Like, to me, it's just irritating. But
that's why I quit singing.
yeah,
Is that it?
My draw was fake.
I'm the same way. I can listen to old like West Coast classic rap and old country, but like the new stuff, I can't do it. Both genres. I don't know why it is.
well, you know what's interesting about music in general? Like, if you start at the 1940s, or let's say even the 20s,
Yeah.
every decade, like you can hear a song from that decade that was just popular then, and you can say, oh, that's 30s music, that's 50s music, that's 70s music,
place
that's
it.
80s music. As soon as we hit 2000,
It's done.
it's all gone away.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is like
Yeah.
90s is very distinct from the 80s, 70s, whatever. But when you, like, if you listen to something in 2000 versus 2021, there's absolutely no goddamn difference.
Well, if you even look at Pandora Radio, it goes 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
It's like, what the
It
fuck?
is. It's just like, it's like hit the fucking pause button with, everything so over manufactured and not real that it just, like, if you listen to Sirius satellite radio, Octane, channel 37, dude, there could be 10 fucking songs by 10 different bands, all sounds the same goddamn, there's no difference.
Yeah.
Like, it just all sounds the same. And like, I mean, Christ, growing up in high school in the 90s, where I think, obviously I'm biased, but there was a pinnacle feeling in terms of those bands. I mean, when you have Nirvana and Soundgarden and, and Metallica, like bands that if you, like, you knew who that was right away when they came on, like they had a personality.
Old
to
school
it.
Axl Rose screaming.
Yeah, fucking GNR, like Van Halen. I mean, all of it. Like, you knew exactly who it was 3 seconds after the song started playing, and now it's like it just all sounds the same.
Yep. There's some songs, like Queen has a few songs that you hear them bitches, you just hear that first beat. I still get chills and shit when you know what's coming.
Oh yeah.
Like, it can be a 20-minute. Yeah, it can be like a 10-minute song, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sit in your car when you get to the destination, finishing the song, like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like, oh fuck, turn that shit off.
Computers fucked up everything, man.
Dude.
I'm convinced. I mean, because right around 2000, it was like, all right, everything's on computers. We're having computers generate our radio playlists now. Computers determine it all.
Sounds the same.
Yeah, it all sounds the fucking same.
For the most part, I don't usually, unless I'm driving a long way, if I'm in any of the cars, I don't listen to fucking radio that much.
Yeah.
I will, but it's background noise to me. To me, my cars, it's my getaway and my chance to think.
Right.
It's my chance to process shit. Like the other day, I hadn't got paid much attention. I jumped in your truck and I can't remember what the fuck you had it on, but I was like, oh hell yeah, this is some good shit.
Channel 41 on Sirius is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's 90s and 2000s heavy metal.
Yeah.
Early
cool.
2000s.
Yeah.
It's mostly like Tool, Soundgarden, Metallica, Godsmack. Like, it's all shit that I used to listen to, like, in the military and working out and whatever.
I like shit out of some Godsmack.
They play some good B-sides on Sirius.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I have
deep tracks.
Yeah.
Good.
That's how my workout tracks are. What's crazy is one of the rappers I can't stand, I have some of his shit on there just because the beats, and when you're working out, I'm not always listening. I'm listening to the beat.
Yeah.
To get my
You got that
shit
rhythm.
going.
Yeah.
But now my shit just goes because I ain't worked out in forever.
Well, you get back on that horse.
Yeah. No.
I remember being so.
Did you start walking and push-ups and squats yet? Did you?
All right. So I did push-ups a little, and then I woke up the next day and was like, fuck, I got to do more push-ups, dude. Like,
You're sore?
oh yeah. I mean, not now.
But where
I'm
were
doing
you
okay,
sore
but-
at?
Chest.
Did you not do as many as you thought you wanted to do? Or
Of
what?
course not. I was like, oh, I'll knock out some push-ups, and I did like 20, and I was like, oh fuck, it's been a minute since I did these. Yeah, I'm definitely out of practice. I got to get back on the resistance.
So then
horse.
you stopped doing them.
Well, I was sore the next day. I kind of hurt. I wanted to work. And plus, we got this big move stuff coming up. I'm going to be lifting boxes. I'm
Sally
gonna,
over here with the excuse.
So
I did stop doing them. That's true.
So my question is, why didn't you do like an inverted push-up so you could still get weight on your chest and lean against
Like
a
a
tree
lean
or
wall or
brick
something?
wall or something, and still you can get a push. You still get the movement.
Dude, at a minimum, get those fucking titty flexor nodes that you just fucking paste to your body, and it fires E-stim and contracts them while you walk.
Those things are cool.
Those work.
Fuck
No,
yeah, they
You're
do.
fucking with me.
I mean, they work great for like muscle repair and rehab and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that, like, to me, there's no substitute for working out. There just isn't.
Right.
Because to me, like, let's just say hypothetically that they do work, that by contracting that muscle, that it grows that muscle.
Yeah.
So now you have muscle tissue that you've got your cardiovascular system that was not used to build those up. Like, it's going to be useless.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Like your the rest of your body that you would have had to have used to build that hasn't been used and can't accommodate that.
Right.
So
There's
it's
no
fucking
infrastructure
it's
around it.
useless muscle.
Yeah.
And that's assuming that it does work.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be purely aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like to put them on and turn them all the way up. Just watch your
Watch my titties bounce.
Just get your shit going.
I just want my titties to bounce.
Yeah.
They are good for repair. Like if you're really sore and you need that deep fucking pulse, they do help for that. I do know, but that's about. That's about.
I was actually talking to Zach's sister about the deep pulse the other day.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's what dude. 100 Patreon gets a date with Zach's sister.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. All right.
I pay for that.
Does she have any idea how much we talk about her?
I've never once mentioned
you should
this
tell her.
gag. Should I?
Yeah.
Here's what I would do is I would, since you're the editor,
Okay.
I would edit all of the times that we've mentioned her and put it into like a greatest hits where it's like an hour of us talking about her
Yeah.
and give it to her for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is I'm worried if I tell her she'll play along with the bit. And she'll be like, I'll call into the show. I'm like, oh, fuck.
that would be
now
awesome.
this is going to. Well, I know, but now it turned into a whole thing.
What's wrong with that?
Well, maybe she can come to Patreon.
Are you afraid she's going to overshadow you?
Yeah.
A little
That
bit.
is.
Don't worry, Zach.
She-
We will never say her name while fucking you. Yeah, get her involved.
Y'all are sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're givers.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
100%. I told my wife that she wanted to marry a winner, so I always finish first. You know what's awkward?
What's that?
I thought about this as I was brushing my teeth earlier. I was like, I wonder how pissed she'd be if I brought this up on the show. So let's find out.
Yeah.
So sex toys, right? You get the cleaner and you clean it up because you don't want your chick getting no infections and shit.
Yeah, like specific sex toy cleaner.
Yeah, I always put it out on the counter when I know the cleaning people are coming.
You have to pay extra for that?
Yeah.
They do that for you?
And I just said, no, not the toy, the cleaner.
I
So
didn't
it's
even
just
name
sitting
your
there.
gal.
I'd put all the toys in the sink.
Just fucking
with the
line them,
cleaner.
bitch. Yeah.
Just
I
leave
just
them.
throw them in the sink like dirty dishes with the toy cleaner next to it.
I'm going to try that.
You should try it. See what happens.
Now, I've had someone ask, why would your wife have sex toys? Because, motherfucker, she wanted to marry a winner and I
Yeah.
finished first. If she wants to do her thing when I'm done, she can do her
Because
thing.
it's fun. Why do people pay to go to Six Flags?
Yeah, exactly. You pay to
Why
go to
do
that?
they go? Why would you?
Why is that? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it.
I usually just walk in. I'm with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with the tour group.
Yeah,
Which
right.
one? The one that just came in.
yeah.
I've got a hit podcast.
It starts with yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
It's the special needs school group.
Oh, God. I came on that bus.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
So,
Bet you did.
in the grand scheme of teaching people new things, I'm a big proponent on making fun of someone till they get good at what they're trying to get better at. Like, even when they get decent at it, I'll still tell them you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it comes up a lot, like when I'm playing video games. I have this younger kid who, not younger, he's fucking like 20, but he wanted to get good at sniping in the game.
Sure.
I'm like, dude, you fucking suck. And he's like, how are you so good at it? Because I'm banging your mom.
That's right.
You know, and just shit like that. And the kid's actually gotten really good.
Okay.
And it's been months of me just talking shit to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it gets so bad. I know this motherfucker got like shoelaces tied up, ready to fucking jump from his ceiling fan. But he's fucking got good. And I got asked yesterday in the meeting about this because the sales chick does the same thing to help people get good at sales.
Yeah.
She said they'll get so far, they'll start upselling. She's like, bro, you suck. And they're like, I had a better month than you. Sweet, I had a whole better year than you. Fuck off. So it's, do you do that to help people get better?
Not really. From my experience, I guess and a lot of it's just working with dogs. And I know people are different that way, but to a certain extent, I mean, it really depends on the person. If there's one thing that I've learned, in the years of working with dogs and just having employees and teaching people to decoy, whether it's, teaching seminars or like, a lot of what I do now is one-on-one, online lessons with people. And so just like with the dogs is that there's a feeling out process first with that person to determine how they learn. Mm-hmm. And with some people, fucking with them a little bit is great. Yeah. There's other people where it's a terrible way. Like it's just not going to work for them, And so now granted, in a cutthroat environment like a car salesman place, or dealership or online, where it kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, I can see just busting people's balls in it. And if they can't take that, they're not right for it anyway. And there are some jobs that are certainly that way. But because I'm typically dealing with people that are having issues with their dog, they're struggling, they're reaching out and trying to better their relationship with their dog, better the level of training with their dog. Again, there's some people where fucking with them a little bit is helpful. It lightens the mood. It makes them relax.
Yeah.
They realize that I'm just fucking with them, and it's funny and it kind of lightens the mood. There's other people that they just can't take that, and to me, like the ultimate goal is really the driver as to whether or not I do that. If it doesn't matter, sure, I'll fuck with people all the time. Yeah. If I don't care if they get better or not, then yeah. But to me, if I'm trying to optimize their level of competency, then it's going to be driven largely by how they learn and how I kind of interact with them and the feeling that I get after kind of reading them as to what's going to work the best, because dogs are that way too. I mean, some dogs you come in contact with, you almost can't get them to eat. Like some dogs are so shy and or just socially not confident or aloof that you can offer them food and they won't take it from you, yeah. On one end of the spectrum. On the other end of the spectrum, some dogs will bite through your fucking hand to get to something, and everything in between. Same thing with a ball. Yeah. Some dogs you can bounce a fucking ball off their nose, and another dog you just hold it and literally I've had dogs bite through my fucking hand to get to toys, not because they were aggressive, just because they were that driven for it, and they're not even thinking straight, but and everything in between. Some dogs environmentally are super skittish. Some dogs are, have great nerves and are overly confident to the point where they almost put themselves in danger. So all of those things combined kind of, that's how you figure out, okay, with this dog, I need to use this, and this. With this dog, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and so with people, I think it's just largely that same way. So now when I was in the Navy, it's trial by fucking fire all the time. Like if there's one thing, I mentioned it a few episodes with you about like you starting to get a little shitty about people fucking with your sister is it like in the SEAL teams, if anybody even thinks something slightly bothers you, you'll have 15 grown-ass men picking at it nonstop until you fucking snap, and that's just how it works, is that, like, there is nothing off limits. Your mom, your sister, your dad, your grandparents, like your kids, your wife. I mean, there is nothing fucking sacred, and people will say the most ridiculously shitty, hurtful, fucking mean things to you to try to get you to fucking to falter even a little bit so that they can expose it as a weakness, because you just can't have those, And so if you're going to an environment where, 95% of the population of a village or town you're in is actively trying to take your life, you can't have thin enough skin to where any fucking word is going to bother you, So it's just a very different environment that way.
I miss my calling. I should have been a shit talker for the SEALs.
Mm-hmm. You should have.
I could have fucked with so many people.
Could you imagine? My God.
I would have had a great time.
The neat thing about it is that is it makes you a better shit talker, but it also, it kind of makes you step up to the plate in that for everybody, is that, like, if you're going to talk shit, like you better be that good to where you can talk shit. Like, if you're going to fuck with one of the new guys about running or swimming or in a weight room or jujitsu or whatever, is that you better be able to whip their ass at everything, you know, because if you can't, then they're going to be like, hey, fatty, where were you on the run? Like, it's just like, you better be goddamn good. And so when you've got 16 dudes that are all, you know, in their mid 20s at the peak of their physical shape and in ridiculous fucking shape, and they're shooting and fighting and traveling and doing all those types of things. They inherently feed off each other, and everybody gets better because of it, because everything is a fucking competition. I mean, it's like that movie Days of Thunder, you know, where Rubbin's racing. Like, everything is a fucking race, is a competition. People fuck with each other. I mean, we would do like run, swim, runs on Coronado on the Strand, where we'd, you know, run 2 miles, swim, you know, 1,500 meters, get back, run, you know, 3 miles or whatever. And, you know, so you're running with fins. You're in fucking swim trunks, running shoes, and you have your fins, goggles on your head. You run 2 miles, you get to the water, take your shoes off, throw your fins on, get your shit, swim, and it's a race. Every fucking time, like when you get back, like I was one of the faster runners and swimmers at SEAL Team 3 when I was there. I mean, I would get, you know, top 3 or even win them most of the time, or, you know, close. I'd be in the top couple every single time. I was really, really fast runner and swimmer, but in the weight room, I was very average. But anyway, every fucking time I got out of the water, dude, either my shoe, like one of my shoes was gone. They were tied together in 30 fucking knots, or they were just missing. You know, one shoe was over here, one shoe was fucking 40 yards away. Like, people just fuck with each other that way.
Yeah.
Like, and it's nonstop. I mean, tripping each other. I mean, it's just like, it was such a cutthroat fucking environment. But again, like, it made you pay attention. It made you on your game, head on a swivel, and it made you just that much better, because you knew every one of these motherfuckers is gunning for you physically and mentally, trying to expose a weakness and then talk shit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll bringing up what you were talking about, dogs. I meant to bring that stuff in here that was on the counter.
Oh yeah.
Should I go grab that? Yeah,
I'll
I'm grab that. All right, I'm back, bitches. So, you were talking about training your dogs and all that, and using treats and stuff like this. And this is no bullshit sales gimmick on this stuff right here. So it's Team Dog. It's Mike's brand. And I'm going to just talk about my experience with them. And it's pretty amazing. I text Mike the other day. When I got him, I took a picture and was talking shit. Told him he sent me some cheap ass shit with a fake ass signature on it. But
You're welcome.
yeah, no discount codes. I'm just kidding. There is discount codes. So my dogs tried them. My dogs are very finicky with with treats of any kind.
I was gonna say, for the folks listening and aren't watching, what is it you're holding here?
Yeah, and if you're listening and not watching, you suck. Go to youtube.com and follow us, you bitch. But we love you.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
So these are Mike's treats. They're Team Dog. These are the salmon bites. Salmon. That's how it's spelled. What I found neat about them was how light they were. Sorry for the crackling. Most treats this size are kind of heavy feeling, so you know they're filled with shit, right? So as I give it to my dog, the little dog, which is Enzo, and I sent Mike a video, he runs off with his, and we're like, oh shit, he don't like them. It wasn't that he didn't like it. This motherfucker was going to hide it so the other dogs couldn't get it, and he was guarding it. And y'all know Enzo, that motherfucker ain't got a bone to growl. He can't growl,
you
know, unless he's trying to play. This motherfucker was growling at Camry for coming near him while he had this fucker.
Damn.
They're super light, and you can tell they're cut and almost squeezed. Is that how they do them? Squeeze them out of a package?
No, so they're chunked initially, and then they put them in these trays, and then they freeze dry them. So it partially cooks them and then drops the temperature and removes all the moisture from it. So
yeah,
they end up being shaped in a manner with, like, if you were to eat a plate of cooked salmon and mash it up.
That's what it look. That's what it reminds me of. Almost like you have a sausage in the tube, and you're squeezing it out. That's kind of what it looks like.
It's like the flaked chunks of salmon, which, you know, to me, which is why this is where I have them made, is that there's no bullshit in it. It's just chunks of fucking real freeze dried salmon with no bullshit.
Have you felt the weight of it?
No.
It sounds weird to talk about weight of a dog treat, but so
it smells like a Thai whorehouse too, which is good.
Well, I like the ingredients on the back. It's like fucking 2.
I almost ate one the other day just to see what they tasted like.
Salmon and something.
But I text Mike. I think it was 2 days later after we got them, because when we put the dogs up in the crates or they're doing anything, we reward them with we call them snacks.
Yeah.
We give them a snack, and I text Mike. I think it was around lunchtime, and I'm like, dude, this is no bullshit. My dogs are crawling up the fucking walls trying to get to these snacks.
Well, these salmon bites, I heard cats go for them too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So
I've had customers send videos of their cats sitting there fucking begging for these salmon treats too.
I was gonna say I saw on the website got salmon skins too.
yeah,
I think I got some ordered.
Christine was thinking about ordering some. We got a cat. And she was like, "What the hell? The cat would love them." I was like, "Probably, right? Yeah,
So
for sure. The salmon bites too. Cat will love them.
damn,
So we have the old table from the studio.
Yeah.
And we set it up trying to get somebody to come get it and having the same fucking problem you did getting rid of it. We were just trying to find some family, somebody that wants it. So we set it up, took pictures. Lexi, the fat motherfucker, is on the back of the couch trying to jump to the table to get to the fucking treat.
oh yeah,
This motherfucker ain't got an exercise bone in her motherfucking body, and we keep them sealed,
yeah,
which is just habit from having cheap ass treats or snacks. You got to seal them or they just dry the fuck out because there's so much moisture and shit. These, I don't think you'd have to, do you? You could leave them fucking open.
yeah.
They're super light, and I've never, ever seen my dogs go after shit. But what I like about it is my dogs are very sensitive, and they haven't had any fucking issues with these other than the motherfuckers are like crackheads.
Yeah.
They're trying to go for them. So if you guys, I'm not trying to sell you on Mike shit to get anything because I pay for this stuff just like you would. Go to teamdog. Is it teamdog or MikeRitland.com
Or teamdog.pet.
Yeah,
Either one.
Either of them link to it.
Yeah.
And part of the proceeds go to the Warrior Dog Foundation. I can't remember the percentage. Is it on here?
There's not a percentage on there because it's basically the formula used is dependent on
Sales.
on the product. So it varies, but
Yeah. Probably profit, blah, blah, blah. Varies how most businesses like this do. But I mean, it's a good, you're also benefiting. What I find great about it, again, I'm not selling it because I pay for this shit too. It's no more expensive than the shit I would go to Petco and buy.
Yeah.
And what was the other stuff we were using? I think this is almost $4 cheaper
oh shit,
for the dog food
nice.
than theirs is. And I haven't got the food yet. Should be here tomorrow, maybe today. But the snacks alone, if the food's anything like it, I'm gonna have hell fucking keeping the dogs away from the fuck where we keep the fucking food.
That's good stuff.
Dude, they're looking everywhere for these motherfuckers. Like I'm in the pantry the other day and I fucking close the door, don't think about it, go to cook something and I hear whining. And then motherfuckers are fucking in there looking up. And I closed them in the pantry. They were fucking trying to get on the shelves and see if I had some stashed.
That's fucking
man.
amazing. That's awesome. I appreciate the plug on it.
Of course.
It's awesome.
Big bites. It's a hearty bag too.
Yeah,
It's a bunch in there, and they're big.
They're
You know, a little dog would have tough time with those things.
you'd think, but that little motherfucking
Well, I mean, you couldn't handle it, I'm
palm,
sure.
Yeah.
that motherfucker runs off with that bitch, hides under the bed, and growls at everybody. Fucking loves them. Well, you seen them fucking pouting because we put the two corgis up,
Yeah.
and we gave them snacks. The other two didn't do shit, so they don't get shit.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers running around like they were on a fucking or fixing a ride up in this bitch.
That's good stuff.
Burn this motherfucker down. But it's a good product. So if you want to support Mike in any way, you have an animal and you want to do that, go to that website, check it out. It's not just a shitty product that I'm trying to push on you guys. We get nothing on this. I'm an actual customer of it. Totally stoked. Other than I didn't get my motherfucking hat yet. Motherfuckers.
It's on the way.
We can talk to marketing about that. But there's packages. You can get the treats. You can customize your packages too, can't you?
Yeah, you can. There's a lot of different options there, but yeah, I appreciate it.
My shit's coming monthly.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, subscribe and save.
Yeah. I mean, it was, like I said, it was cheaper. And then I subscribed and it was like, shit, this is a fucking no-brainer. Never fails. I got shit to do and my dogs are out of food.
Yeah.
So I got to go to the store, get their fucking food because
Yeah.
when we order from some places, you never know what the fuck's coming. So, some of the shit I've had, it's fucking out of date.
Yeah.
And it's like, this shit, I know it's fresh. And if not, I'm going to drive to your house, throw it in your yard.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good fucking product. So you guys go check it out. We'll put a link
I'll
in
drop
there
a link
for
in
it. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's free shipping this month if you order from the site, right?
Yeah.
It is.
And you can use coupon code uninfluenced. It don't get you shit.
But just type it in.
Just let us know you were there.
Yeah, but type it in.
Doesn't do anything, but
You see a motherfucker in there and it just, enter code, and it just keeps popping those little red letters up, and you can't ever figure out why your credit card ain't going through.
Just keep punching it in.
Yeah,
That's right.
I had that shit happen the other day when I was trying to buy something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had a fucking coupon code wrong. So, you know, because it says your payment is invalid or something.
Sure.
Like, what the fuck? You know.
Fuck.
But yeah, this is good. That's really good stuff. And it reminds me that Mike is embarrassed of us, Zach.
What, us?
He never talks about us.
Well,
Never. I've seen him on so many shows. Like, I'm like, that's my boy. I'm going to support him.
hold on. Yeah.
He's never like, hey, guys, check me out on Uninfluenced.
Usually there's a mention on Mic Drop.
Yeah, I know. He
in
does.
some capacity,
I'm just fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
But if y'all aren't watching fucking Mic Drop, y'all are missing out.
It's true.
Mike's probably the best interviewer I've seen.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. He's almost as good as Geraldo Rivera.
Almost as good as Geraldo
I was going to
Rivera.
go with Judge Janine.
Yeah.
Judge Janine Pirro.
When you get a skinhead that punches you in the face, that's some next level shit.
I can get to Jerry Springer level.
That motherfucker was smart, though.
He was. He
Okay.
knew how to play the crowd, that's for sure.
Put on some quality television.
Oh, I did hear you on Clint shit. I messaged you about it. I can't remember what you said, but I was laughing my fucking ass off about that. I messaged you, but then I got into hearing this story about you being plugged up.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, if you haven't watched him,
I haven't.
go watch. Clint Emerson Has Survived This Podcast. It's the season 2.
Just
I think it's
started,
the
right?
first
Yeah,
episode.
first episode.
And it's Mike on there. Dude, I don't think I've ever heard the story, but I fucking went and watched it. Because apparently Clint tells the story all the time, but you get to hear it from Mike's perspective, and it's fucking funny.
All right.
I was sitting there laughing my fucking ass. I can't remember what the fuck else. Oh, Clint broke out the penis.
Yeah.
And
I
I
had to correct him on
Broke
it.
out the penis.
He said he used penis. I was like, it's not penis. For the love of fuck.
Yeah, he said
For
grown
God's
ass
sake.
men call them dicks, and then they went through it.
Right.
And it's a very good, I think it's 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Is it?
It's not very long.
I thought it was like a couple hours.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was bite-sized.
They try to keep it under an hour, I think.
Yeah. It's very, very good, very informative.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I heard a clip of it, got a laugh out of it.
I like the way he does that, the questions,
Yeah.
the survival
Choose your
deal.
own
Yeah, the
adventure.
scenarios are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you survive this
I would have
situation?
got a 90 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm still calling bullshit on that because he didn't clarify the left or right.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, the biggest thing is just is the crowd size,
Yeah.
you know, and what's behind you. You know,
Yeah.
I could have asked for more information there, but to me, like, I'm still probably going to run people over.
Yeah, just for fun.
You know, but
Yeah. But yeah, guys, y'all need to go check that out. It's a really good podcast. Go give Clint y'all support and fuck off. Now we're gonna get into
Yeah, hell yeah.
talking about Mike's new toy.
Yeah.
It's purple.
It's not purple, is it?
it's called.
blue?
It's considered lava red.
Okay.
Is that lava red?
That's what it says.
Shit looks orange.
Yeah.
Call it like he sees it.
Yeah, it does look orange.
Does it?
In the picture you sent
Yeah,
me,
Do you
See that
remember? Zach's not going to remember. Do you remember? They were basketball shoes called the Pumps.
fuck yes, I do.
It's that color. It's It's like like Barney purple and fucking lava orange.
Yeah, dude, I was super poor and I always wanted them bitches. The motherfuckers, you don't know nothing about.
No, you pumped the top and it
you
fills
pump,
with air.
you
Yeah.
pump the tongue, and you'd see motherfuckers get them new shoes, and they're just running down the street trying to jump. I'm talking about, you see that? That was 2 inches. Motherfucker, bitch, you didn't go no higher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's it's the new 2021 Aprilia RSV4 Factory, which is a fucking mouthful. But
Yeah.
it's an Italian sport bike, competitor to Ducati and obviously BMW and all of the Japanese bikes. But I know in two things. One, in that and having driven the Pista now for a few months. And really gotten to know the car and enjoying it and appreciating the driving experience, the handling, and just the overall vibe that you get from driving it, is that it made me do two things. One is not really want to look at any other cars the way I have in the past, of trying to see what the next thing is, and or a second project car or something like that. It's kind of ruined the desire to do that because I just enjoy driving it so much. I still drive it all the time, and I love it. Like, it hasn't ruined it in a bad way. To me, like, it's fulfilled and satisfied me that way, and that I just love driving it, and I don't really want to fuck with anything else. But it's made me also get more interested back into motorcycles, specifically sport bikes. Obviously, I had the S1000RR BMW before I got the two Indians, and now I've come back. But I wanted to try something that was also that Italian known for handling and experience and driver satisfaction, and Ducatis and Aprilias are pretty well known for that. And so I pulled the trigger on one. I found one down at AF1 Racing down in Austin. They had an allocation. The bike comes in either black and red, which I prefer that color combination, or in this, it's like a really dark purple and orangish red. That in person still is a very good looking bike. The pictures don't really do it justice. Still not my favorite color, but I don't really give a fuck. Mostly I just wanted to try it. And so I got it just yesterday, and I've put, 60 or 70 miles on it. And it's a phenomenal fucking bike. It's real torquey. The handling on it is spectacular, and it really reminds me of the car version comparisons of German versus Italian. The BMW bike is an engineering marvel, and technically and specification wise, it's a spectacular fucking motorcycle. I can see, though, similar to Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, in that they're especially Porsche, we'll just leave it at Porsche, is that it's so well engineered that there's an appreciation for it, but it also can be a little boring that way. It's still fun, but driver experience, when you compare it to the flashy, passionate Italian, whether it's Ferrari, Lamborghini versus the German automakers, or on the sport bike front, Ducatis and Aprilias, there's a handling and an experience and a sound, and just when you put it all together, it's just a more enjoyable experience to ride it.
Yeah.
It's not as comfortable. It's not quite as smooth. I think on a track, the BMW is probably going to be faster. Overall, I think it's probably still a little bit better bike, but the Aprilia is just an absolute fucking dream to ride. It's really fun to ride. And I know, the Ducati is the same way. I put an order in for the 2021 Panigale V4 SP model, which is not a very common. The Panigale V4 plane is not super easy to get, but when you do the R or the S or the SP, or they've got a few different models, there's not very many of them. Each dealership usually only has a couple of bikes for the year that they get in, and a buddy of mine hooked me up with an allocation out of Florida for one, so I put a deposit on that. It'll be here next month, I think. What I'd like to do is to have, the S1000RR, the Aprilia, and the Ducati, all three side by side, ride all of them for a few months, and then really, really kind of determine which one I like the best, and then sell the other two.
So what we'll do, I'll let you use my black one to do your comparison, and I'll buy one of the other ones if I like it more.
All right.
That'd be a hell of a deal. I wasn't ignoring you. I was actually reading the specs on this bike. And I wanted to look at the black and red one. Handling wise, this could just be me and I'm fat, but the handling of the Aprilia is fucking amazing.
Really?
It's well more. I told Mike came around the roundabout up here, and then I took the turn to come back straight.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still in a lean, and I gunned it. That's something you really don't want to do unless you know what you're doing and have some time on a bike, because the wheel can come up.
Right.
And it did. But the way that thing balanced out, and it could have been those fins grabbing, but it balanced out and it laid the tire down so smooth. Like you can feel it because the front end's loose as it's coming down, and it just laid it down right. Oh. And I was like, shit. And that's what you may have heard me fucking get on it again, because turning back to the left.
I could hear you ripping it open fucking all over the place.
Yeah.
We were standing there like, oh, there he is. Oh, there he goes again. Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Is that second one, I felt it do it again, so I wanted to. No, that was a fluke. And now that motherfucker did it again. I was like, shit, that's just part of it. And fuck, 214 base horsepower?
Yeah.
That's more than the BMW stock.
Yeah, BMW is 205.
Yeah.
And it's got 7 or 8 pounds of torque higher also, which you can absolutely feel.
I haven't. 92.3.
Yeah, I think the BMW is like 80, 82 or 84 maybe.
Yeah. The color you got in that one, if I was picking the bikes, because you know how I am about red. Now, if I would have saw the picture, like the picture you sent me,
Yeah.
like that's fucking hideous. Like it's a cool looking bike, but it just fucking, the pictures, it's one of those things.
I guess I'd have to see the picture, yeah. On the website it looks cool.
Pictures don't, well, I think I got a front angle,
Yeah,
like a cocked angle.
Yeah.
It's one of those things pictures don't, like that back fin, you
Yeah.
don't see that at all, which
No,
to me
that's
is a
true.
cool ass design.
In person, it's a striking
Yeah.
bike.
You can't see the indentions in the tank as good. And then the wings don't pop in pictures as much.
Yeah.
But it's used to, fuck, me and Tyler were just talking shit about it, I think Saturday. Was it this Saturday? We were talking shit about those wings are so fucking stupid. And then you look at it on this bike and it flows. It looks like it should be there.
Yeah.
Everything about it's really fucking cool. I almost went into it, and I'm going to start doing every review this way. Instead of going neutral, I'm going to just go to where I don't want to fucking like it.
Okay.
You know, I want to go try to find negatives.
Yeah.
All right.
And then go into the review straight ahead. If I have time, research the negatives and see if I can make these magnify.
All right.
Yeah,
You know?
really exploit them.
Yeah. Or are they just bullshit? Somebody who's a fanboy of something else. Because I'll be honest with you, the only thing, and I would have never thought I'd be that guy that I'm a fanboy of, is fucking Ferrari.
Yeah.
And when I first got into these cars, I would have told you, fuck Ferrari.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was just like, dude, Ferraris are like the Lambos are like the fuck boys, and the Ferraris are the older douche fuck boys. You know, it's like, but yeah, I'm the same way. Like, and I think that's the difference that I see between the BMW and the Aprilia is when I'm on the Aprilia, like at 70 to 100 miles an hour on it, and just, you know, slight little movements, it makes you feel like you're a fucking track race bike rider. Like it just makes you feel like you're a better rider than you are.
Yeah.
The same exact way, like the Pista makes me feel like I'm fucking Mario Andretti. Like it just makes you super confident, and the things that you can do in the Ferrari or on the Aprilia are more than what I can do on the other ones, you know. But
when I'm not wearing a jacket, I have a weird thing in my head to where I won't lean all the way with the bike. Like I'll somewhat be up still to where if something happens, I can pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To protect my upper body. With that bike, I didn't do that at all.
Yeah.
I leaned with it and took down. Like I looked one time, I was fucking close
yeah,
to the ground, taking that little S curve because I went out the front way here and went towards the school back, and took that weird S curve.
yeah,
And it did it fucking effortless.
yeah.
Really?
It was effortless.
Yeah.
Like I would almost tell anybody who has some experience on a bike that wants to jump on a bike and say, what's the best handling bike? I wouldn't say the most comfortable, but so far the best handling. And trust me, last year we fucking
You put everything through its paces.
yeah.
You tried fucking about everything.
Yeah, because if you didn't have it, I drove it.
Yeah.
Or rode it. And that motherfucker it's good.
Yeah,
And it's almost like it's not trying to be.
yeah,
It's the same as the Pista. The Pista is so good, yet it's not trying to be.
yeah. It's like
just is.
It's effortless performance. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, the BMW and the Aprilia, I mean, they're both phenomenal fucking bikes.
they're both premium bikes.
Yeah.
The next one you have coming is, I would say, close to a hyper bike. These are super bikes.
Yeah.
This is a hyper bike coming.
Well, and the reason that I picked that one, I don't know if you've researched the SP in particular, is that the V4R, the V4 and the V4R are both, I've seen a lot of reviews on both of them, is that they're more for track enthusiasts, for very experienced riders that, and like everybody's like, you really have to know what you're doing on those bikes. Like they're dangerous that way, and that there's not a ton of influence and interference from the electronics and whatever. The SP, like even on the Ducati website, it says like for limited experience, like our goal was for you to get on this and be faster on this than somebody who knows what they're doing on the other models, type of thing. Basically, is that
Really?
yeah, like they wanted it to be a bike that's really, really easy to ride. And so I'm real curious to see if that's their goal, and it is it's in the next level. I mean, it's not a cheap fucking motorcycle.
Yeah.
But it's considered to be and supposed to be kind of a next level of performance comparatively to some of their other stuff. So I'm real curious to see if it does that. It's got some big fucking shoes to fill for sure. But
does this have wheelie control on it? The one you have out there?
You can turn it off.
I wish I would have known that.
Next time.
So there's street, sport, and then there's 3 different user.
It's
presets.
in the users like the BMW.
It is, but even going from street to sport, it lowers it. Like, so it's in each of the categories, and I think there's 10 or 11 of them. Is that it goes from 6 to 0. 6 meaning the most influence or interference from the bike doing the work. 0 being off, basically.
Yeah.
If you look at the presets on street, it's all, towards the upper end of the limit of limiting the bike, but not all the way. And then sport is about half. And then if you go into user, then you can turn shit all the way off. But so,
I still got it up on one wheel.
Yeah.
It fought the shit out of me to do it.
Yeah. It's designed, it's kind of like Ferrari's CT off.
That makes sense.
It gives you some playfulness, but not full retard.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm not researching what light's popping on the dash as I'm doing it, but I figured the second time I hit that turn and it was up on one wheel, because I'd almost have to get it in throttle, let off, and pop it again to make it do any of that. And as I'm doing that, a little light as I'm turning, I seen it and I was like, I bet it has wheelie control. Yeah. And I meant to ask you when I got off.
Yeah, that's the biggest upgrade is the electronics across the board. I mean, not just the TFT screen, but the integration of the suspension. It's an Öhlins electronic suspension, so it adjusts for you. That's the biggest difference between the Tuono, or however the fuck you pronounce it, which is like it's a $19,000 V4, 1100. The 1100 factory that I have has the Öhlins electric suspension,
which is damn good.
That does it on the fly as you're riding, which is a huge difference, So that's why it's so comfortable from a suspension standpoint. I agree, like the seat and the foot position and the handlebar position, that the angle and the seating position is not very comfortable. But what it did have me do. It lended itself to make me want to tuck more and more often, because it's actually more comfortable to tuck on that bike than it is to sit up on it. Whereas the BMW is the opposite. I very rarely tucked on the BMW because the regular seating position was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Which, that's what those bikes are for. And so, like, I find myself tucking on the Aprilia, quite a bit. I mean, anything over about 40 miles an hour, and I'll tuck and just gun it. And it also handles speed. Some of it I know is, I've spent the last 6 months riding the shit out of 2 Indians and not being on the BMW, but is that I find myself not realizing the speed that I'm going very similarly to the Ferrari. Is that bike, I think, absorbs and handles speed much, much better. To me, it does. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to jump on your BMW and see if I find the same thing happening. But I noticed that I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm doing 100 miles an hour. It just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Whereas even on the Challenger, like if you're doing 90 on that, it feels fast.
Yeah.
And on the Bobber, I mean, if you're doing 80, you're getting cock slapped in the face. It's just.
The day I got the Bobber up to 110, I was fucking hating my life.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, that bike, anything over about 75 or 80 on the Bobber is just, it's so fucking windy and uncomfortable that it's just not really that enjoyable. But
this article I'm reading this review, and that again is what, if you let me ride the Ducati, I want to find the hate reviews, all the people that hate them, and I want to exploit that, because this is what this basically is. They're talking shit, saying that the Aprilia factory can't keep up with the BMW S1000RR and the Panigale B4.
I don't think it can, but
maybe not. I don't know. Like you said, I'd almost have to do we need to do that one day, maybe this weekend if it's nice. Maybe take it and go up the bush.
Yeah.
Out towards the airport.
Yeah.
And then switch bikes coming back.
That'd be cool.
You know, just you get a good feel both ways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, so I think like if you're an experienced technical track rider, like I said, just pulling up here in the little experience that I have, I've never tracked a bike. I mean, I've tracked cars, but I know the principles are all very similar. But I still think, and I suspect that the BMW on a track technically is going to be a faster bike.
Yeah.
But to me, like number one, 99% of, I mean, at this point, 100% of the riding I'm doing is on the street and will continue to be that way. I wouldn't mind taking a bike to a track a few times just because I think it'd make you a lot better rider and it's probably fun. But I don't really care about shaving 0.3 of a second off of a track time. Like for me, it's how much fun am I having riding it around here, And to me, the Aprilia is a more fun bike. I still love the BMW. It's still a phenomenal fucking fun bike to ride. The
torquiness of that, because the BMW is not a 4V or a V4. It's a
inline 4.
It's an inline 4. It's a standard, normal, what we would think of a street bike. And then you have the V bikes. And back in the day, I couldn't stand a fucking V bike. Their fucking sound, because you got a street bike body, and they would sound like a Harley.
Yeah.
They just sounded like ass.
It just sounds ugly.
Yeah, it's hideous. That bike don't have that sound. Like he told me, dude, I can't stand the sound, or it needs more noise. And I'm sitting in my office working, watching a video, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And the dogs start yapping away, and fucking Camry walks out, and a couple minutes later, about a minute later, Mike's pulling up. So I heard him coming up the back street.
Yeah. Inside the house.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, riding it, you don't hear much of it.
Riding it is super quiet.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And that's got to be good. That's a design thing. It has to be.
For sure it has to be.
Yeah. Because like riding it, I could hear everything. I could hear the car in front of me making fucking noise. I could hear all that shit. And it was, again, it's not comfortable sitting at a stoplight, but when you're in the pegs and on.
Actually riding it.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
But when I first jumped on it and put my foot on the ground, I was like, I don't know about this shit. And then I stalled the bike because I hadn't rode in a couple of weeks like a fucking idiot. But
I think some of the sound disappointment too is, I had the BMW basically straight piped with
your shit was louder than
Acro
mine.
GP Shorty, as loud as it was too loud. It was annoyingly loud. Like even riding it, like I had to put my AirPods or whatever, AirPods in on noise cancel just to not have my ears ringing when I'm done, even with a full helmet on. That's too fucking loud. I didn't like how loud that was, but
there's got to be some ear damage
for sure.
For
sure.
Because
it
was bad.
But then going from that to two Indians, a bobber that's a 2-to-1 and a fucking Reinhardt stage 2 on the Challenger, which that thing fucking is at the shop right now because of the cylinder failure. We'll get into that in a second, but those bikes are so much fucking louder.
Yeah,
that I'm so used to just a shit ton of noise that now going to this stock exhaust, and especially the way that it's designed, where you don't really hear it riding, and it seems too quiet. But
I almost wish I had a sound clip of a year ago, a little over a year. Me and Mike are talking.
I don't give a fuck about exhaust.
I don't give a fuck about no exhaust.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I said you corrupted me. Like now I'm listening to the 812 fucking jerking off to it.
Dude, that fucking 812 is...
Dude, that is just nasty, man.
It sounds like a goddamn F1 car.
Dude, I mean, I said it earlier, there is no better sounding engine. The Aventador does not sound as good.
No.
Because it still has that Ferrari rasp.
Yeah.
Which to me is just fucking awesome.
Yeah. That motherfucker's mean.
Yeah, it makes me want to do a fucking exhaust on the Pista. Just I can't justify it yet with the warranty. Just can't do it.
You keep the warranty.
I mean, with a full exhaust though.
Oh yeah, I don't think I would do the full. Yeah. I'm trying to get a guy to send me a sound clip of his with just the rear done.
Yeah,
and I'm the same way. I won't do on the next vehicle I get. I won't do a full exhaust cat delete and all. It's not worth it.
It's too loud.
Yeah, it's too loud. My car is somewhat fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like it will hurt your fucking ear, almost like your BMW.
Yeah. It gets exhausting.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to, like if you just want to drive
and enjoy it.
After about an hour, you're just like, God damn, it's just wearing me out. You know?
That was what was cool. What we found out yesterday is that push button ability.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And to be able to be like, oh fuck, this is getting annoying. Push the button. And you're like,
yeah. To me, to have a flap option, or a valve flap option is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, because that yours now, it's open.
yeah.
So if you were to put something else on, you're going to have them reprogram it to where it can control. Well, maybe not.
So I'm assuming that if you do a rear half only, that it wouldn't even be an issue, because that's the part where the flap is in anyway.
Yeah.
Now whether or not they would have to reprogram it, I don't know.
I wonder if you went with like a Novatech or IPE that's push button, if that overrides the factory.
Yeah.
Zach's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
I'm still stuck on the stuck on the piece of warranty. How long is the warranty for? And if you swap out the exhaust, it's voided?
Well, if you do a full exhaust, it is.
Okay.
I mean, some places have said if you do anything to the exhaust, even a back half, that it'll void it if that causes an issue.
Yeah.
Which it's probably not going to. But
Never will.
so with Ferrari, the standard warranty is 3 years unlimited mileage.
Okay. That's not too
But
shabby.
you can add an extended warranty. It's around $4,000 a year, and you can add up to 4 more years. So you can have 7 years unlimited mileage, full warranty.
Damn.
Which I will absolutely do.
And by the way, we get a discount on that.
Hell yeah.
Do you? Nice.
I've been doing work, son.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so to me, that I don't really want to fuck with that. If I was financially in a position where if that engine blew up, it wouldn't matter, sure, I'd fuck with it. But I'm not at that point, So to me, if I get to that point, then sure. If I'm not, then I'd rather have a warranty on that thing, as expensive as it is.
Unlimited miles. Good policy. How many Ferrari drivers think never take advantage of that?
I mean, none of them do, and that's why they do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at any Pista online for sale, if you find one with over 2,000 miles, you might find one.
Yeah.
God
right?
damn.
I think in all our searching, that blue and yellow was the highest miles, and it was 4,800 miles.
Yeah, I mean, mine's
Seriously.
got
Not even-
4,500 on it. I bought it at 1,000 miles on it, but most of them that you see don't even have 1,000 miles on them.
Really?
And that one was a 19.
Yeah.
The blue one was a 19. Yeah, Ferrari, people trip out. So here's for instance, and it's free, air quotes, for 7 years.
Yeah.
From the date it was first purchased, it's free service.
Really?
Free service. You just take it in, drop it off, and it's free.
Yeah,
just do it.
7 years complimentary maintenance.
From first purchase, though,
Yeah.
not from repurchase. Or...
No, anybody.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
bitch can be sold 18 times in that 7
Every
years.
time.
And everybody gets that same complimentary service. The reason is,
Ferrari, man.
if they sell that car to 18 other motherfuckers, guess how many motherfucking new customers are coming to look at brand new Ferraris in their dealership while they're getting service?
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you figure, okay, we were charging $600 a year to $1,000 a year. Raise the price $7,000 on all the cars.
Yeah.
Well, then it's just, so few Ferrari owners actually drive their cars that
Right.
they don't really have to use it most of the time.
No.
So, I mean, it's the oil changes are 12,000 miles or every 12 months.
Yeah.
Like, nobody is putting 12,000 miles a year on their Ferraris. I mean, fucking nobody.
That's so fucking wild.
It's crazy to me.
It's a really unique product you've got when you have this thing that you can drive the fuck out of and nobody does.
Yeah.
Well,
Just really interesting.
Such a waste.
I want to get to the point to where I'm like Mike, to where I'm not annoyed driving my car. And that's how mine is now. It's fucking annoying to drive, but I want to put the miles on it. I want to drive it. It's so fucking, we have so much fun driving those fucking cars.
Yeah.
But I get home and my wife will be like, "You want dinner, huh?" Yeah.
Who are you?
What?
Yeah.
It rattles your fucking
Yeah.
brain.
You want me to suck your dick? What?
Huh?
Yeah. So it gets really annoying. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here in the next week or so.
It's a shame you feel that way about the 488.
Oh,
I mean, have
I
you
would-
ridden in it since the?
I haven't. No. Last time I took a ride,
You
it
ought to
was
take
in
them for a
McLaren.
fucking ride and be like, "Now what?"
yeah.
Yeah, I probably would feel differently. I remember when you got it and you liked it so much. I feel like I could go back and find the clip from
Yeah, but
the
that-
show and you were like, "This car is great," and now you're here.
But
now,
that's the
and like,
thing.
"This
It's from
fucking
when
sucks."
I got it
Yeah.
to when I did that. And then when you first drove it, we didn't go very far and it sounded really good.
Yeah.
But it's when you go, if you keep it in a 20 miles,
Mm-hmm.
you're okay.
Yeah.
You know, but
Shorter trips fine.
Oh,
it's the long fucking doing
like open
70
Yeah.
down the toll road. And it's fucking loud. It's
Really?
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
would have to check that out.
even my wife was like, "Yeah, this is pretty bad."
Just too much.
Yeah. And usually she'll be like, "Oh, you just want a new car." Same thing happened with the Lamborghini. I tossed her the keys to the Lamborghini. You're right.
Yeah.
She drove it. She's like, this is a piece of shit. Get rid of it.
Damn.
And then the other day, I can't. Oh, we went out to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went out to Nebraska. We did some shit.
Good
and
drive that way.
Yeah, we got it on the way there.
yeah,
Nice.
fuck, we both got schooled on the way home.
What?
Yeah,
By who?
a fucking Mercedes dude made us his bitch.
A
What?
CL63. I mean, when I got after it with him, I was like, I'm not letting him fucking get up there.
Once he would slow down and let us both. Once he would let me jump with him, he couldn't keep up. But what he did was he came past us,
Okay.
and that motherfucker never let off the throttle.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
He had to have been pushing 200.
Oh yeah.
Had to have been.
But here's
damn.
what's fucked up. He looks over at us one time. This fool's texting to my. And bro, we're fucking
Wow.
we're hauling. it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was an older CL63 two-door. I mean, it was probably 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was pushing 200. I mean, it had to have had some shit
He's
done
had
to
all
it.
kinds of shit
You know,
done to
there's
it.
no way that car's doing what it was doing without it. But
Yeah.
And I got mad respect for that dude.
But yeah, just as I was going on east and he was going west, and he rolled his window down and gave me the thumbs up. It was awesome. But to me, I love that. Like when somebody's willing to actually fucking do it. That dude. I mean, I don't know that I've ever tangled with anybody that gave less of a fuck top end wise than that guy.
No.
Like he did not give a flying
He drove
fuck.
that shit just like we drive our cars.
Yeah.
The only difference is I don't think I've texted that fast.
No.
God damn.
I mean, he's looking like he ain't doing shit but
Yeah.
pimping bitches. He just looks
Like
over.
he's at a stoplight,
Yeah.
not even looking at the road.
Yeah,
It's
one
just like,
hand
what the fuck?
texting looks over like motherfucker. But yeah, when we got home, my wife was like, "Yeah, that fucker's annoying."
Yeah.
So I mean, it's put it back stock or make a move. We'll see.
Man.
Something may happen. We'll see. I gotta play life's puzzles.
That's right.
But
Doing a couple more turns around the board.
yeah. So what's going on with the Indian, the Challenger?
So I had the cam job done with the stage 2 tune.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, I had, just for a catch up for the listeners, I had the Reinhardt full exhaust with a stage 1. And it was running great. I should have just fucking left it alone, honestly. But when it was in there getting, the battery died on it.
Yeah.
Which was weird because I'd never had any issues with it before, even like during the snowstorm where it was down for like a week and a half. After about it was a week and a half of not starting it up, and talking with you, the problems you'd had with yours, I plugged it in to the trickle charger and left it on. And any time it sat more than 4 or 5 days, I would plug it in. But I'd usually ride it, often enough to where it didn't matter. But anyway, I went to start it and it wouldn't even fucking turn on. Like, it was just battery was completely dead. I tried plugging it in, it wouldn't charge. I was like, what the fuck? So sent it back, battery was bad. They replaced it. And while it was in there, the dude was like, hey, we've got an extra set of cams here. We've done several of them. People are really happy with it. The stage 2 tune is now also out. That takes the top speed limiter off. Everything's fucking dialed in. Do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. It's in there. Why not? So had them do that. And I rode it down almost all the way down to Waco and back last weekend. It was a couple hours there, a couple hours back. It was a longer ride doing, 90, 100 fucking extended, long, hot ride. It ran perfect. My dad came into town. He jumped on the fucking bobber. I jumped on the Challenger. We went for a father-son ride, which was fucking awesome, by the way, because he when I was born and growing up, he had a couple different Nortons.
Yeah.
And loved fucking riding motorcycles and got rid of them when we were born, basically, as, my sister was born, whatever. And he's like, fuck, I got 4 kids, typical, like, get rid of the motorcycles when you have kids. And as always, just, he always talked favorably about him. So it was really cool to, for him to come down and for us to go on a ride together. I'd love for my 2 older brothers, me and him, to all 4 of us go on a ride. I think that'd be pretty awesome. But anyway, we go for a ride, nothing crazy, just, half hour or so. As we're on our way back, we're just right down the street from the house, and I fucking gunned it up a hill, and it started to like, started clunking and stalling a little bit, and then the engine light was flashing, like it was, the yellow engine light was actually blinking, and I was like, what the fuck? And I pulled over, and it stalled. Tried to start it, it wouldn't fucking start. Turned it all the way off, waited for probably a minute, turned it back on, it fired up. Now it was the engine light was on, but just solid. And it was definitely in limp mode. I was doing like 20 miles an hour the rest of the way back, just a couple minutes down the road. But So pulled in. The neat thing about the Challenger is, it's got the diagnostics
Yeah.
that you can pull up in the alert messages or whatever in the screen. And it said cylinder 1 misfire, cylinder 2 misfire. I'm assuming it has something to do with the tune or cam job, but whatever. I mean, it's still not even a year old, so it's under warranty, but they came and picked it up this morning. So it's at their shop now. They'll be figuring it out and see what the fuck's going on with it. But it just, to me, it's fucking irritating because it's like that seems to be my luck. And I've said this about guns, cars, whatever. The more you modify them, the more you invite fucking problems. That's why I'm happy to keep the piece to stock because A, it doesn't need to be modified. B, I just don't want to fuck with it.
I always find it weird because and it never fails. We can have the exact same vehicles, which we do. We have the same fucking bikes. I have everything done except that new tune. I don't have that, but I do have a stage 2 factory tune. And I was about to plug my shit up and tune it because I could do it from here. And I get that text and I'm like, oh, fuck that.
I ain't messing with that shit.
Yeah. That's the only thing I got different. Fuck that.
But, same thing. I had the exact same exhaust and tune on the GTB.
Yeah.
And fucking 5 miles into it,
yeah.
I don't know why I have either the curse or, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I got the fucking worst luck with tune and shit.
I mean, it is what it is, but also your luck with the Pista is why it swayed me to kind of go after not exactly what I want because I'm eventually going to get a Pista, but I think what I'm settling for is going to be okay if I can make it happen.
For 100%. I'll tell you this much: you are not going to be disappointed in that thing. For sure.
I think it'll be one of those things, and that's what the salesman said. He's like, "This could be one of those cars where you're like, hey, Mike, you tired of the Pista?
Let's switch.
Let's switch for a weekend, and you just switch them out."
Yeah.
But best of both worlds, and we had a collector even tell me after he confused the fuck out of me, if I'm keeping 2 cars, it's this one and this one. It's like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
Or his race car, which was fucking $4 million.
Yeah. Good Lord.
And then he wanted us to join the race team, and I was trying to talk Mike into being the sponsor.
Hey, if he wants to sponsor the podcast, we can start talking about being on a race team.
I'm nowhere near that fucking level.
That dude got fuck you money.
Yeah.
He's got go fuck yourself money.
Yeah.
You're right.
Did you hear the story he told about he's the broke guy at the track?
Yeah.
What?
Crazy. Over in
Jesus.
Monaco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know what it is about Monaco and fucking sports cars, supercars, but they're fucking, it's like the mecca of.
Big on him over there.
He was telling that John dude, he's seen a bet for $1 million. 2 guys put up $1 million each that they could beat each other time attack.
Really?
It's like, what the fuck? And he said, I'm over here talking about how much was fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah. So we get into some fun shit. Where are we at, Zach?
We're doing pretty good. I wish I had something to ask you guys, but I don't think I do.
Like good as in we need to talk more?
I need a few more minutes for the fans, I think.
You don't have a question for us?
About there.
You never have questions.
You should always have at least one question.
I wanted to ask you guys about this cool new website you got going, but I don't know if we're talking about that on the show yet.
We've already told everybody about the website.
Well, there's things happening on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks cool. And I saw a couple things you posted, and you got some neat rides on there.
Yeah, we got modified luxury autos that we sell. Basically, the cars we drive, we're putting owners of those cars with buyers of those cars if you want to sell them.
Yeah.
Also, we're helping buyers find the cars they want. Right now, one of our places, Ken Diggett Designs, listed 3 cars. Shit, that was damn near $2 million worth of cars. And one of them sold in 12 hours.
Seriously?
And she's pretty sure that they saw it on the site.
Damn.
They had been looking at it, but then saw they actually, because they don't promote their cars.
Huh.
They only go to auctions.
Okay.
And they go to Barrett Jackson, the Meekums, the high-end auctions.
Yeah.
We're the only site they'll list on. So he saw that it was listed on a site, and he was like, oh, hell no. So he said he didn't have time to wait for the next Barrett. So he went and bought it.
Awesome.
I told him, sweet, send us some money.
Corner in the marketplace.
But we just listed a 720S.
Yeah, so.
That's got, $70,000 worth of carbon shit on it.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Does it have, what's the specs engine-wise? Did he do anything to it?
He's got all the same shit my car had on it. Yeah. It's got the Rift exhaust. It's got the Stage 2 tune. It's got the turbo intakes. And there's another thing done at this place that builds mine that basically you're not allowed to talk about. So it's got something else done to make it faster.
Okay.
All kinds of shit.
It's it's mind-numbingly fast. A 720S with all this stuff in it is stupid fast.
Yours didn't have all that stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine had all.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, when I scared the shit
shit,
out
it
of
is
you.
fast then. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
The only thing I didn't have that he had is he's got carbon fiber hood,
Right.
a bunch of cosmetic carbon fiber. I didn't do any of that. I'm not really into that. And if I can't make it look like factory-ish,
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, you can overdo the carbon fiber for sure.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
If it's something that's orderable, you know what I'm saying? If something I can order from the dealer
Yeah.
and it was a speccable item, I'll put that on. But I'm not going to go on eBay and look up carbon fiber and then
Custom,
the car.
yeah.
And then they're talking about, here's a fucking cigarette lighter carbon fiber.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of tasteful carbon fiber done on this spec, and it's
yeah.
a very cool blue. It's a whitish blue. I can't remember the name of it. But anyways,
Where do people go to see this stuff?
modifiedluxuryautos.com. Yep.
Good stuff.
And in the next week or two, there will be
Bunch of other shit.
15 something Ferraris listed.
Seriously?
Maseratis listed. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of work. People think I've just been lazy with show notes. I've been working.
There's stuff going on.
And a matter of fact, yesterday, part of the work was for the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. A good hour and a half of work for the show.
Damn.
For the future of the show. Not like shit we're going to tell them now, but
Yeah.
if we make this stuff, it's going to be good for everybody. It's going to be a really good deal. So, yeah, been busy. Modified Luxury Autos for cars.
There's
You
some
want
cool
car
stuff on
stuff? Go check that out.
Even if you can't afford it, just go check it out.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff on there, man.
Shit, you don't have to be a buyer. Go
Yeah.
on there and shit, you can watch
poke around.
cars,
Yeah.
you know, start watching trends. That's what I
Get an
did.
idea for what you want.
Yeah.
When I was learning, that's what I did.
Yeah. As we're sitting here, the Indian shop just texted me.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it?
They rode the bike about 15 miles without any issue. Of course you did. No codes are currently present, but you're having a lot of connectivity issues on the Ride Commander. Same fucking bullshit.
That's what mine was doing. Remember?
I just ordered you a new wireless control module since it's responsible for that function. A faulty wireless control module will also cause the bike to die sporadically or cause a misfire. Well, why don't they fix that shit then?
Yeah. I mean, mine went in with some minor bullshit and it ended up having fucking 4 things done to it when
Yeah.
it was in there.
Yeah. They fuck you in the drive-through.
Yep. I mean, I'll
What?
give Indian that. They've made a great product
Lethal Weapon.
you can
3.
buy, but it's like,
Yeah, I will say, shout out to Lone Star Indian. They've always done
yeah.
us really well. You know.
Yeah, they take care of us.
Yeah, I mean, price breaks on shit, fucking good service, picking the bikes up, dropping them off. I mean, they've always done a fucking great job.
Yeah.
I am really happy with that shop.
I like any place, and this is one thing. Ferrari mentioned this yesterday as we're walking in there. They credit us, the show, even management up there, with helping make it Ferrari feel younger in Dallas, which is crazy because we're both fucking 40.
Yeah.
But
Shit, that's young
comparatively,
nowadays. 40 is the new 20.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right, Zach?
Yes.
So you're basically a fucking toddler then.
Basically.
Yeah.
Hardly legal.
20 is the new 12. So what?
I like places that we can go in and you can be yourself, you can have fun, and they make you want to feel like you want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I'm obligated to go to Lone Star and spend money. Like, I could go up there and just bullshit with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go to Ferrari Boardwalk, same thing. I can go up there and just bullshit.
Yeah. Well, and they don't look at you like this guy's not going to buy anything. Fuck
No.
him. Like they treat you all the same, which is nice.
I go in
Because
there
you and I walk in there like this.
just like this.
Yeah, I mean, unless they know, oh yeah, these guys actually have Ferraris, they're not thinking this motherfucker's going to buy something.
Yeah, no, because I went, well, I guess I took you to get your piece but I needed to get service. Well, I didn't park my car. I parked it up front where the service guy couldn't see it, but I walk up with Mike and I'm like, hey man, what are y'all booking for?
Y'all want to buy some toothbrushes?
Y'all want some candy? But yeah, I mean, I've had the chicks in the front, as I'm walking in there, hey, can we get you a drink? Not like, hey, what the fuck you doing here?
Yeah. Can I help you?
I've walked into Mercedes dealers that are like that, to where it's like, what are you here for?
Excuse me, sir. Are you
Can I
lost?
help you with something?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, are you here for the janitorial position?
That's right.
Bitch.
Yeah, we're interviewing custodians in the back.
Yeah, so I mean it's pretty wild. I like dealers like that though, to where you feel like you can just hang out
yeah.
and they have fun. And hell, I haven't really spent any money at Boardwalk, and they're helping us more than
And here you are plugging them on the podcast. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Hey, man.
credit where it's credit's due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Appreciate good
Yeah,
service.
I mean,
Fuck.
you want me to list shitty dealers? I
Yeah.
can plug those motherfuckers too.
I bet you could.
I have a whole list of those.
Unplug, butt plug.
Yeah.
That's an actual show.
Yeah.
Unplug.
I want to get into because people are starting to see that fucking article or video I sent you,
Yeah.
and it's starting to pop up in the comments. So I guess next show we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I'll tease a little bit. There was some seals who were bitching about the fame of seals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I feel like I've read an article about that before. or
I'll
something.
send you the
Yeah.
link when we're done. And it's I watched it and I sent it to Mike, and I said this last week. I would literally call these dudes bitches. I don't give a fuck if you see me, because as you can tell, unlike your article, you can see me. If you see me in public and you kick my ass, make sure you tell me it's from the article so I can call you a bitch in between. But other than that, but thanks for serving our country.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. To me, I don't know. We'll get into. I think that's a good. It's going to take a while to get into
Is that worth another?
Yeah, it's another episode.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
we'll get into that on the next one. And I don't think we need to tell them that. We don't need to tell them what's fixing to happen, do we?
No, they'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. To me that's here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So y'all check us out on Pornhub. I'm just kidding. We're not there yet. I have looked into that. You know, it is possible.
Well, since now they've got it, so you have to be verified on Pornhub to post stuff. You didn't used to have to, and back then we could have just posted episodes fine, but now we can't. So
Oh, we could get verified.
yeah,
Zach, you take your shirt off, we'll get there.
Yeah. You
Post
just
a
sit
couple
over.
sexy
You just sit
couple
over
personals.
there in between. Fucking
Tune in
right.
Tokyo on those fucking nips.
Yeah.
yeah, trying to find the AM station.
Yeah.
Sure.
So guys, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not checking out Mic Drop, check out Mic Drop. Check out Team Dog. All the descriptions are going to be below. Patreon Day is coming. Again, link below. Team Dog below. Your mom below.
Modified luxury auto.
Modified Luxury Autos
All right.
below.
Yeah, yeah.
WarriorDogFoundation.org.
Hell yeah.
That below. We're tagging everything below, and we want your mom to meet us so she can blow. See you next time, bitch.